Zittau is a small settlement with about 30,000 inhabitants, and it is located between Czech Republic and Poland. This is part of Gorlitz area in southwest Saxony. A specific characteristic for this place is mixed architecture influenced by various foreign styles. Most interesting for the tourist is the city tower built in Italian style. This foreign architecture style is oldest in Germany. The location opens possibilities for cross-border cooperation and implementation of international projects. Yet the mayor stated that it is much easier to overcome the borders than the cultural and economic barriers. One of the most important regional projects has lasted for 10 years, and its implementation covers construction of 1 economic and 5 industrial commercial zones, on total space of 19 hectares. Most attractive for investors is the land, which is sold for €9 per meter square. This is 12 times cheaper than other parts of the country. The companies are obliged to hire local people and to give a % of the profit to the municipality. In this way, the unemployment rate decreases and the municipal budget increases. Ostrich is about 40 kilometers northeast from Zittau. It is on the very borderline with Poland. There is a very big monastery dedicated to Pope John Paul III from Poland, and it sets a good example for mutual respect and understanding. This monastery is not only a touristic place in the nature. It is very close to the monastery where there's dam over rivers smaller than the rivers in eastern Macedonia, but they have put hydrocentrals downstream and they cover 50% of the needs for electricity in the microregion. This area has plenty of pine trees as well as sawmills that process wood. Local authorities saw a good opportunity in using the wood shops for heat and electricity energy, not only for their local needs, but also for the whole region. Our mayors agreed that they would like to see the biomass in the same way, since mountains in the east region have great potential which is not yet used. If there is lack of wood shops, the biocentral can work on turning. Most developed area in Saxony is the southwest part. This is Zwickau and Herzberg, with dominating car industry. In order to be able to implement the program for regional development and overcome the transition crisis that also attacked the East German economy, they established several industrial commerce zones. A classical example for this is the company Continental, which produced car parts for Trabant, later on started producing for Western cars. All Technology and Lon led the factory to Toulouse. The solution could be in introducing innovative ideas from Western companies, favorable credit lines and own brand. The success of the region is based on good management of municipalities in cooperation with associations established to control the funds. This rational conclusion came after the municipalities were convinced that they're weaker financially if they perform individually. In order to avoid any negative consequences, they have established business incubator. Its task is to provide technical and expert support to factories from the region in finding finances, business partners, and present it on the market. One of the problems facing Eastern Macedonia is water supply and dumping grounds. In Voplan region, located far southwest part of Saxony, there's very good water system. They have invested 210 million euro in renovation and reconstruction of this infrastructure. Thus, they have deduced the water loss to only 16%, and also they have solved the problem with atmosphere water. What is worrying is the fact that they price the drinking water more than 2 euro per meter cubic and more than 3 euro per meter square for atmosphere water drainage. As comparison to the dumping ground situation in Southeast Planning region, planned for Basilovo, where they have prepared project proposal with similar approach and offered solutions. Greatest part of the waste in Voplan is being recycled, and the total investment during the last 12 years is 17 million euro. They have built storage hangars for the waste. In this way, they have prevented the smell from spreading in the surrounding area. This is the reason why there are several populated settlements nearby. In Bosilovo project proposal is estimated to be worth about 6 million euro in order to build a factory of this type, where we could recycle and store waste. The funds for Basilovo could be provided by the EU pre-accession funds after we prepare a sustainable project.